Okay, good morning students. In last class we have discussed first order low pass filter and first order high pass filter for both generalized gain condition and unity gain condition. So today we will see the third possibility, that is all pass filter in first order. Note that band pass and band reject filters are not possible in first order. So for realizing first order filter all pass, we will have to use differential configuration. So here this op-amp is used in differential configuration. So by applying the law of superposition, we can easily calculate the output voltage V0 and V0 by Vi. Under the ideal condition of op-amp, we will get this much. Now this is resistor Ra, this is resistor Rg, this is R1, this is Rf. So here we have defined a factor K. This K is nothing but ratio of Rf by R1. So now we will see both the cases of leading and lagging all pass section. So simply by having appropriate choice for these two components, that is one will be capacitive and second one will be resistive, we will have in one case leading all pass and in other case we will have lagging all pass section. So let us say, suppose this particular component is capacitive, means we will say GA. G is 1 by R admittance. So GA is equal to SC. So in this particular case, we will replace GA by SC. So this transfer function will be modified as this. Now, representing this in standard format, so this will be S minus K by CRG and this will be S plus 1 by CRG. So we know standard all pass is S minus, let's say, X divided by S plus X. So this second term must have equal value. So here we can set K. K is equal to 1 by taking both the resistance values equal. So in this generalized case, we can say this is the zero frequency, this is the pole position, and by setting K is equal to 1, we will get the all pass condition. So this is the transfer function of all pass, where both pole and zeros have same location or frequency and both are symmetrically located about j omega axis. So this is the characteristic of all pass. Now let us see what is the magnitude and the phase, and with the help of phase we will have idea whether it is a leading all pass or lagging all pass. So simply by putting S is equal to j omega in the standard transfer function, we can get the idea of magnitude. So simple, this magnitude will be unity in present case. We can have generalized gain condition also. So this is the property of all pass, that ideally it will pass all the frequencies with constant gain, as it is clear by name. Now if we will take the phase angle, so phase angle of this transfer function is nothing but the numerator phase minus denominator phase. So numerator phase is nothing but tan inverse omega by minus of Z1, that is the real part, minus tan inverse denominator phase minus tan inverse omega by Z1. So solving this, we will get 180 minus 2 tan inverse omega by Z1. So now if we will vary the frequency omega from 0 to infinite, So at omega is equal to 0, tan inverse 0, this will be the 0. So angle will be 180. And for tan inverse omega by Z1 for frequency infinite, it will be 180. So we will say 180 minus 180 will be 0. So at omega is equal to 0, angle is 180 net angle, and for omega is equal to infinite, angle is 0. So for any frequency, overall angle remains positive. So we will say this is leading all pass section. So here in this plot we can see, as omega is varying from 0 to infinity, angle is varying from 180 to 0, but it is positive. And this is the characteristic of leading all pass. Now coming to lagging all pass. So there is a slight change, and the change is only interchange the position of these two components. We will say now this element is capacitive and this element is resistive. So we will get the lagging all pass version. So this is the circuit. Now this is capacitive and this is resistive. So here we will take second component Gg as capacitive. So putting Gg as capacitive and this as resistive, the same transfer function will be modified as this much. Again, pole and zero frequencies must be same. So we will say K must be 1 by using equal valued resistor. So again we can calculate the mod value of this transfer function. So this will become unity. And now the phase angle, which is nothing but the numerator phase minus denominator phase, this is coming as minus 2 tan inverse omega by Z1. So we will say again, for frequencies ranging from 0 to infinity, since we have this minus sign, the phase will remain negative, and it is ranging from 0 to minus 180 degree. So since phase is negative for all the possible frequencies, we will say this is lagging all pass filter. Now we will see the standard second order filters. So first we will see what is the standard equation of second order filter. So we have total 5 categories possible for second order filter, that is low pass, high pass, band reject and all pass. Means all the 5 filter functions can be realized in second order. So coming to the standard equation, first note that this is the denominator. Let's say this is denominator function ds. So this is s square omega naught by qs plus omega naught square. This omega naught is nothing but the corner frequency or 3 dB frequency for low pass or high pass. But in case of band pass and band reject, we will say omega naught as center frequency. In generalized way, we will say omega naught is nothing but the pole frequency. So these are the some different names, and Q is the quality factor or pole quality factor. So now we have 3 terms in numerator: s square, s term, and there is no term of s, or we will say simple omega naught square. So if we will see, all these terms are replicated in numerator also. So suppose only s square term is present, then this will be high pass. If only s term is present, then this will be band pass. If no s term is present in numerator, we will say it is low pass. And if this term and this term both are present and middle term is not present, then that will be the case of band reject filter. And for all pass filter, all the three terms will be present with condition that this middle term will have negative sign. And this K is denoting the gain. So for example, what is the standard transfer function of second order, let's say low pass? So we will say, this is the denominator function. So we will say K omega naught square by ds. This is the transfer function. So the coefficient of omega naught square will be the gain. In same way, if it is a band pass, so these two terms will not be present. In that particular case, the coefficient of omega naught by qs will be the gain. So this is important to know this particular standard transfer function. Reason, whenever we will derive any transfer function for any circuit, we will have to compare that transfer function with this standard transfer function to extract the parameter values. And what are the parameters? Parameters are omega naught, Q and gain. So coming to the Sallen key low pass and high pass filters. So for low pass and high pass Sallen key filter, first we will derive the transfer function of generalized Sallen key structure. So this is the generalized Sallen key structure. Here we have represented all the elements in admittance format, that is Y. Y is nothing but 1 by Z. Z is impedance. So here if we see, the voltage VB will be amplified by gain of 1 plus RF by R1. This is a non-inverting configuration. So we will say this output voltage V0. V0 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 multiplied by VB, this voltage. Here we have denoted 1 plus RF by R1 as A. So this is the gain by which this signal VB will be amplified. Now there is no sourcing or sinking of current through op-amp input terminal. Now we will apply KCL at these two nodes, node A and node B. So if we are applying KCL at node A, we will get this equation. So here we can see BA is connected with admittance Y1, Y2, Y3. And BI is connected to VA through Y1, VI Y1. VA is connected to VB through Y2, so VB Y2. And VA is connected to output V0 through Y3, so V0 Y3. And here we know that V0 is equal to AVB. So VB can be written as V0 by A. So putting VB is equal to V0 by A, we will get this modified equation. In similar way, we will apply KCL at node B. So KCL at node B will result in this particular equation. And again putting this particular case that VB is equal to V0 by A, we will get VA is equal to this much. Now putting this equation into the previous one, we will get the overall transfer function, that is V0 by Vi, as this much. Now by having appropriate component choice, we will get both low pass and high pass variants from the same circuit. So let us see first the Sallen key low pass. So for Sallen key low pass, these two components will be capacitive while these two components will be resistive. So here we have taken Y3 and Y4 as capacitive admittances, Y1 and Y2 as resistive admittances. So putting these values, we will get transfer function of this circuit as this much. Now we will convert this transfer function into standard format. So what is the meaning of standard format? So we will say the coefficient of highest power of S in denominator will be 1. So by first converting the given transfer function into standard way, we will be able to calculate the filter parameters. So here we will have to divide both numerator and denominator by C square R square. Then we will have only S square term in denominator. So if we will write, we will get transfer function as in numerator this will be A 1 by C square R square. In denominator this is S square. 1 CR will be cancelled, so we will get S 3 minus A divided by CR plus 1 by C square R square. And now we will compare this transfer function with this standard transfer function of low pass. So for getting the parameter values, we will start from the last term of denominator. So here if we will compare, omega naught square is equal to 1 by C square R square. So simply we will say omega naught is equal to 1 by RC. Now we will come to second term. Now coefficient of S is omega naught by Q. So we will say omega naught by Q. If we will compare, so this is equal to 3 minus A by RC. And since we have already calculated omega naught as 1 by RC, we can easily get the value of Q as 1 by 3 minus A. Here we have denoted this by alpha. Alpha is nothing but 1 by Q. Now after calculating these two parameters, omega naught and Q, we will go for calculation of gain. So what is gain? So here we will say gain is nothing but the coefficient of omega naught square term. And omega naught is 1 by RC. Here we will say 1 by C square R square is nothing but omega naught square. So we will say its coefficient is A. So we will say gain is equal to A. So like as we have discussed in previous case of first order low pass and high pass, we can modify this particular circuit. We can modify this particular circuit for unity gain condition. So for unity gain condition, this resistance will be open circuit and this resistance will be short circuit. So in this way we can get the unity gain condition for Sallen key low pass filter. Now one important point which we will see, what should be the value of Q? So here first we have normalized this transfer function. This is the standard low pass transfer function. So what is the meaning of normalizing this transfer function? We will actually divide numerator and denominator by omega naught square. So we will say this term will be, the first one will be S by omega naught square. So this S by omega naught, this is called Sn, the normalized frequency, or omega by omega n. We can directly proceed with this particular case also, but we will get this particular normalized transfer function. Now if we will calculate the magnitude of this transfer function by putting S is equal to j omega, so in that particular case we will get T j omega is equal to this much. Now if we will check what is the response of filter, which type of response is, so we will have 3 checkpoints as I have already mentioned: omega tending to 0, omega tending to omega naught, in present case this will be 1, omega tending to infinite. So omega tending to 0, so here we will say this will be 0, this will be 0, so gain will be 1. The highest gain is 1, that is 0 dB. For infinite, this complete term will become 0. And at omega is equal to 1, that is omega is equal to omega naught, we will get mod T as Q. So what is the meaning? Means as Q value will increase, note that this is at omega is equal to 1, this is the point, or we will say this is the point omega is equal to omega naught. So if we are increasing Q, so we will have increasing magnitude at this corner frequency point. So here we see this is the plot for different values of Q. This is Q is equal to 10, 5, 2.5, and in similar way if we will decrease Q, so magnitude will be decreasing. For example, this is 0.83, this is value 1, for Q value 1. So which particular value we will normally prefer? So for maximal flat low pass response, maximal flat response means we will have minimum gain variation within the pass band. We will take Q is equal to 1 by root 2, that is 0.707. So this particular value is indicated in this circle, and this is the plot. And note that this is the pass band. So we will have minimum gain variation within the pass band for Q is equal to 1 by root 2. And this particular condition is also called Butterworth response. Now coming to the higher order Butterworth filter. So this is the magnitude response of higher order Butterworth filter of order n. Here we have shown the order by capital N. So in case of Butterworth response, we will realize the higher order low pass Butterworth by cascading lower order, means first order and second order low pass filters. And these are the denominator functions for higher order Butterworth. For example, for first order Butterworth, we will have transfer function of 1 plus s by s plus 1. For second order, this will be 1 upon this much. Third order, 1 upon s plus 1 multiplied by, this is first order. Let's say we have to realize the third order Butterworth. In that case, we will cascade one first order low pass filter having transfer function 1 upon s plus 1, and another second order low pass filter will be cascaded with transfer function s square plus s plus 1. So means this is the first order section and this is the second order section. So by cascading these two sections, we will be able to get the third order Butterworth response. So this is the generalized representation how to realize a higher order Butterworth low pass filter. So today we will discuss up to this point. In next class we will see few numericals and we will see second order high pass filter and KHN filter. Thank you.